Good morning, everyone. I'm back to do another reading for us today. I was sitting here just resting and meditating, and it started to come through, and I thought, okay, so I'll pull the cards, and I stopped myself from starting to channel because I want to be able to do it as I record to be authentic to the message here and not be distracted with my own personal life with what I was doing. And it's also to separate the two because sometimes I resonate for myself with some of the messages that come through, but it's for the collective and I'm of service for all of you. So I want to make sure that I'm being authentic to your energy and connect to your energy. So I'm just going to take a minute to connect here. So a lot of you that are tuning in are stepping into brand new energy because you're ready to claim your life, your power, your authenticity, and even more of a bigger way than you ever have before. So I'm also here as somebody who helps to transmute energy, to remove blocks, and to make sure that you get to where you're meant to go, if that's what you choose to do. I don't do anything other than what I'm allowed to do in terms of being in service for the divine and simultaneously work collaboratively with all energies that would connect to my energy. So I just want to be very clear on that. I don't have any extra special powers or any extra special anything. I just embody my own energy in the way that I was meant to use it. And like I said, I'm here to be of service. So it's my honor today to channel for us and to help. So let's see. So already I was turning this beautiful, I think it's onyx, or I can't remember the crystal, but it's to make sure that as you're shifting and moving and making the changes right now that you want to make, that you're going to be able to get on the right path again. And for some of us, we ran into some delays, and that's okay because we needed to clear some things and fix some things, and that's never a bad thing. It's always a good thing. And now for all of us who are ready to keep going and get back on track, this is what this message is about today. So I feel like the interfering energy that tried to set in or that was there, and that could have been yourself. It could be an outside energy, but it could be something within you, or both. But that energy has been dealt with. Okay, so for those who are intentionally trying to cause issue in either your life, or if you're tuning in to find out more about somebody you're interested in being in a relationship with, it didn't work, and it's not going to work. That's why the Justice card is here. This is the stagnation that was in play for a little while. And the shock here isn't a bad shock. I got both energy, but it's because the shock that's not good is for the karmic contract that is now terminated, because you learned the lesson, you figured it out, and you're moving on. And so that other person who hasn't, if they haven't, they have to start over again. And those are the ones that struggle. If they've learned as well, then you have a really successful karmic contract in that you can both move on and you're at peace. Now, I feel like this person will eventually get there. It's just, I think a little part of them was still holding on to your person, if this is the next partner of someone you're interested in, and just really was hopeful. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's very normal. But what's not normal is when they interfere in a very negative way, interfere in a very prescribed, conscious, I heard the word evil, but like negative way of causing blocks and really abusing energy in a way that we're not supposed to, right? And we've all done that in some way. All I mean by that is like holding on to somebody really tight when we know that we have to let go, or holding on to something in our lives we know isn't good because of various reasons, and we don't do that. So there's no judgment here on this channel. I just want to be very clear. When I speak about these things, I'm not judging anybody, okay? Because we've all at some point in our journeys have faced all sorts of different things. So I feel like this person will get there. I really do. And the divine and your guides and yourselves are very aware of this and how close you are to reaching what it is that you want now in your new life and your new timeline that you've been trying to get to. So they're supporting you with that. They work for you, but you have to give permission. And so they take the lead from you. Okay, now, if your contract with this guide is for this guide to get you to realize something, that so they'll continue to nudge you, but that's already a contract that's in place, meaning they can't work outside of that contract. Okay, so some people who can channel and connect to the realms might have details of these contracts, and you don't need to worry about that. But I just want, for those who needed reassurance, that your spiritual team in the realm is all around this, and is all around you, is going to make sure that you're safeguarded, you're protected, your destiny's protected, what you're wanting in your life is protected. You'll get there. You'll get there. I know it's really hard, but I feel like what happened here was a struggle with a separation, then a separation of assets. Okay, so there was like the actual relationship breakdown. Then after that, it was okay. So if there was a marriage or a common law, if you live together, if they live together, then that needed to be sorted out. And I'm not 100% sure that you would have been I am 100% sure about what I'm channeling, but what I'm trying to say is you, viewer, weren't 100% sure, is what I was trying to say, that this was all fully cleaned up in the background for your person, meaning you suspected there might have been some stuff going on. That's probably what causes Three of Wands. I'm not saying the person was deceptive, or I don't get anything like evil, sinister, malicious like that. I just feel they might have sat in denial for a period of time, meaning they didn't want to dive into that part of the divorce or separation because they just were tired, exhausted, didn't want to deal with it. And if you came along and they got lost in that because it felt good, and that's okay. But realistically, you need to make sure your house is clean before you invite anybody in, right? So now it's probably time, or has been or was, because I'm channeling for a variety of people. I think for some it's just been cleaned up. For others, that person's gonna start cleaning it up. If it's you, you're gonna decide finally to do that with the support of this reading today. And the reading is not just a reading, it's also energy that's being shared. And I also feel the love and support from all the viewers, so we all support each other. So it's a beautiful way to help each other deal with things at a level that many people in our physical lives don't understand. So thank you so much for that, and for sharing your love and your energy with me and with the collective, our collective group here on this channel. So or it's imminent in the very near future. So either way, it's going to happen, which is fantastic. That's why this tower's here. But this tower doesn't feel negative to me. Do you see how it's beautiful, and there's gold there, and there's like a celebration that's at hand that's going to be able to come forward now, and you're going to have success. Okay, I think some of you are ready to walk away because you just figured, well, I'm going to keep doing me and I'm just moving on. I'm going to let go. And that's not a bad thing, but I feel like there's a turning around that happened earlier, about a half an hour ago. I felt energy kind of rise up in a very positive way again. Something kind of was reignited, and there was a turning around. So do you see the Strength card? And I think this is what's been ignited in the people that need to clean up some of these things, right? So your strength, viewer, or if it's your person's strength to you, viewer, who is needing to do this work, it's powerful and it's beautiful. And this also is the divine and your guides and other loved ones who really are rooting for you. And the reason I feel it's very spiritual in nature and very powerful is because of this feather. And I've never positioned a feather standing up, but earlier this morning in meditation for myself, I received a blessing, and it was in the form of a feather. I've never seen that before, from a guide above. And the feather came down. It was just like kind of cleansing and clearing and just really sharing beautiful love and new codes for me in my structure in my life. So I just I'm just honored to be able to share that with you today. So do you see how it came down? And it came down right over the tower. And that's the divine confirming for us that, do you see, they're going to protect the work that's going to happen here. So nothing bad will come of this. It'll be explosive though. Meaning, if your person, or if you've been reluctant to tackle this because you feel that and you know that it's going to cause a big uproar with the ex and their family or friends, whatever, I could see why you're reluctant, but it's important to get to work with that, because that would be preventing your union, your new life from coming in. Okay, so the Two of Swords speaks to that, was that stubbornness, that refusal to make a decision, but you've had success with how you've managed this situation as well, viewer. I feel this is the other person. So the person that was waiting for their person of interest to clean up, and you were feeling stuck, like you couldn't make a decision, and so you turned around and just focused on yourself, and that was a great thing to do, because it did allow for a balancing of energy to happen. Your person could feel and always knew that you were ready, willing, all the things, that you love them. And I sense this was really hard for the person that really needed to face what they've been avoiding for a long, long time. So the tower's over. So whatever needed to happen, it just happened. It's over. Okay. So metaphysically, we know in the quantum field that everything happens at that higher level first, and then it takes time to manifest in 3D, 4D. But certainly, we've set the stage for that, for those people who want to enter into that. Some have already done it. Some are doing it right now. For those who have already done it, we're going to protect, and we're protecting that work that is currently at hand, to be able to reach the goals that they set for themselves, and go from there. So the angels want me to read this card. So it's Archangel Chamuel who made an appearance here. So Archangel Chamuel works on the pink ray of love, and being blessed with this Archangel card indicates that you are ready to open your heart to unconditional love. Love has no restrictions and accepts all people as they are, nor does it judge. True love is so powerful that it dissolves hurt, anger, and separation. Let love flow from your heart and touch your loved ones, those you dislike, and strangers. This creates a bridge of light which the angels can move along to bring hope and peace. In return, your life will be blessed and filled with love. I feel like that's a good... It encompasses everything we've talked about. And I placed it, if you noticed, I didn't realize, right over the Justice card, right? And it talks about love doesn't judge, and true love is powerful, and it dissolves hurt, anger, and separation. And I talked about separation here. So I feel like the angels are now going to wrap around this person who's really struggling. And they're saying, we're going to take care of her. We're going to take care of him and their family, loved ones, whoever's upset here, so they can move on. So I feel like your person's let go and is ready to let go. They're sick and tired of having this bog down their energetic fields, their life. It's doom and gloom, it feels really heavy to me. And so now they're prepared to step more in their life in a more authentic way. So they might come forward and talk to you about some of this. Back to what I was saying earlier, that for some of you, you kind of suspected, but you don't know for sure. I feel like not only are you going to receive confirmation through this reading, but you're also going to receive confirmation from your person. I feel like now they know it's time to tell you. And I feel one of the reasons they were scared to tell you and refused to make that decision, finally to open up, was they were scared you would leave. Because they know you're an empress and you're no nonsense, and you wouldn't put up with anything you feel is garbage, right? So... And I'm not saying that just because somebody opens up, it means it absolves if they were dishonest or they kept something from you. You shouldn't keep things from people you care and love about. You have to have faith and trust that people will understand. But if this person comes from really difficult past relationships that didn't have mutual trust and respect and all of these things, I feel this person was very codependent, very clingy, very, very desperate. I'm not saying this person wasn't a good person. I'm just saying it was a heavy burden here. And this person was not happy, felt stuck, and lots of guilt. So that's their work to do, though. That is not a reason to stay put in a situation where it brings you nothing but pain and sorrow, okay? So I feel like with the way that you demonstrated love and nurturance and patience and love and care, not only for yourself but for this person, there's little things and little ways that you behave that really showed this person that it's going to be okay somehow, even though you didn't say those exact words. And this person's hung on to that this whole time. And I feel like simultaneously that they were worried about this. They were worried that you would leave, and you had every right to, because some of you might be upset that they didn't afford you the truth, because some people are that's a big thing. And these are things you're going to have to talk about, and then it's up to you to decide how you feel once you hear whatever information is needing to be shared here, and how to move forward, okay? But at least the important part here and the goal I feel of this reading was for us to get to that state of communication, so this person can finally decide to open up and share and let it out. Do you see here? They've been at war with themselves. Awful, very frustrating. And it was over. See, there's two women there, look. And he thought he needed, or she needed, to treat both the same. No. They're not the same. This one's a little bit more elevated. So you are somebody that he's always hung on to, even though there was somebody there preventing him from moving on. Do you see that? A little bit higher, and you see how this flower's here? So you're both this other person, like I said, is going to be protected. The divine is overlooking this whole situation, is shining the light. Do you see the light coming through? And there won't be hard feelings between these two, meaning, and I'm getting another message, is this person wanted to keep you clean, free and clear and clean away from this breakup, so you would not be accused of anything, attacked by this person or their relatives and whoever. No. And I would appreciate that if this applies to me, I'm somebody that would appreciate that, but I would have also appreciated to have been told, because again, it's back to trust, but not to judge. We behave in the way that we've experienced our lives every day leading up to each day. So that's why we have to be compassionate and back to this love and not judge, right? And that's really hard to do. Now, not being in judgment doesn't mean we just let people do hurtful things to us. That's not what that means. Okay, it's still finding love in everything that touches us, okay? So, because everything is created from source light, and that's pure love. So we're just going to clear any toxicity that might still exist here, even just in thought, between these two people. And we're going to protect the divine channeling and the divine work for the flow of this energy to both individuals, okay? And it'll be successful because the angel's coming in here to help her. Do you see how I put it here? Because she has to go. She needs to move on. Oh, she's bowing and stepping back. Wow. Okay. Here we go. He knows that you have what it takes for this person to be finally happy and at peace. She couldn't make him happy. She knows you do somehow. So this person knows about you. There you are. He thought, oh yeah, you're heavy duty on this person's mind. And he's thanking you. You have a lot of power. Just know that you're his everything, and he's gotten over the fear of all the ways that this would scare him and intimidate him. He's worked through that. This was all done quietly. And I feel like he's ready to come forward and explain not only the past, but also how he feels about you and what it is that he wants for the future. And he hopes that he hasn't botched this whole thing and ruined everything by just taking as long as he did and not being open, you know. So his guardian angel's coming in here to help him and to teach him how to manifest properly with the divine, not from a place of fear, but from a place of love and care and confidence, right? And exactly, and some of the work that they're going to be doing here is looking into the ways that he closed himself off to God and to himself and to love, and how and why he rejected you perhaps, or other things in his life that turned out to be good things, and why things from the past didn't work out, because he's not in a good place. He's very bored and he's very unhappy. Okay. Yeah, do you see this heartache here? So this is a bit of the story here. Let's see. Yeah, he's worried about people gossiping and knowing his affairs, but I mean, again, he's getting past that worry because he doesn't want to be stuck in this contract anymore. So he's opening up more and more to divine tools that are bringing his spiritual abilities online, his divinity. He's becoming whole again. He's becoming one again with source light, and he is opening himself up in a way that he hasn't for a very long time as a soul. This could have been lots of lifetimes where he was shut down and shut off like this, where he repeated some of these karmic cycles. But for many of us in this life, it's our big life-changing life where we're changing things for the first time. We're having great success, and a lot of our abilities are coming back online because we are able to use them again in a way that will bring us the success that we're ready to have, because the planet's ready to ascend, right? So let's see. Oh yeah, look at you. He wants you to know that he's held on just as much as you have held on, and he knows that you've been patient and that you're responsible, and that you're very straight shooter, very clear cut, and when it's the right time, it'll come, and it'll be fine. It'll work out. Okay. The divine will speak for you as well when you're not around, so not to worry that if there's any funny business going on, or if there's attempts to do things like what this person might have been successful in the past to manipulate, that's not going to happen anymore, because she's being guided elsewhere, and this is equal to you, and you're being safeguarded here as you move forward. Okay. There's like a legion helping you. It's very, very powerful. So I wanted to pull one last card here. Let's see. Inner sanctuary. I retreat to my inner sanctuary, finding solace and strength within. So I feel like that's what we're all doing right now. Okay, for those of us who are still waiting to hear from our person. And look, this is this person after doing this hermit work, this inner work, enlightened heart. My heart is enlightened. I radiate love and compassion to all beings. So they're ready to love again. They're ready to live their lives in a way that they felt should have been lived this whole time. And finding you, you're helping to awaken that within them, and they feel alive again. Eternal light. I am a beacon of eternal light, illuminating the path for myself and others. There you go. This is what you are doing, viewer, for all these people. And this is what your person is doing as well for you and for their life as well. This is why this person is going to be able to move on with the least amount of trauma and pain and suffering. I'm not saying it's not going to be easy, like it's still going to be hard in whatever ways that this person is still struggling, but it could have been a lot worse. I think this person managed it in a way that probably minimized a lot of chaos and pain and hurt for all involved here. And I know that might be difficult to hear for some, but take the time that you need. If you need to spend time alone after you talk and receive difficult information, do that. There's no rush of anything. What's important is that the truth comes out. So cosmic flow, one more. Let's see. So we want to keep this together. I flow with the cosmic energy of the universe, trusting in the natural rhythm of life. That's what your person's doing. And this is another guide here, but they also see you in this way. Radiant light. I shine my inner light brightly, illuminating my path and those around me. So this is how they feel that you touch them, and this is what they want in their life now. This other person didn't do that. You don't weigh them down. You lift them up. Okay, and they miss you. They miss you. And this is how you are seen by a lot of the people in the world, okay? This is how you are, viewer. Congratulations. It's amazing. Oh, radiant love again. Here, let's see. I radiate love and kindness, and it returns to me multiplied. So see, this is why it's coming back to you, and you've come back online, so to speak, and your life purpose, and it will all have been worth it. You'll see. You're very close to your destiny. That's fantastic. So congratulations, everybody. And I hope this reading found you well. 2552, which is mirroring. So that's beautiful. And that's confirmation that everything is being balanced and you are in the hands of the divine. And just know that you're safe. All right. Sending everyone so much love and light. Take care.